Hair is good. Lipstick's in place. Okay. So anyway, we're reviewing lesson 106, which is the final lesson in the starter program. And I just mentioned there's 16 chords in the 5 keys we've worked on. And B flat, I used to teach, but I don't anymore because it's both rare enough and difficult enough that it's really not worth the effort it takes. So what I was talking about is, if you make your C chord here, which is the easy way, and if you make the bar chord version, that's something to work on, is these closed chords that are 12, 12, 12 chords in one, just like certs or 2 mints in one. Because this is C, this is B flat, which is one of the chords we learned. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. So it's just a matter of where it's at. So that's we've talked about that. There's videos on those closed chords, but it's okay just to learn the majors and the minors, especially these 16 chords. Sevenths are nice too. Each chord family has a seventh chord in it. But if you get stuck, like when we were doing shuffles for G7, the triangle, it's a long way down here to the 4th fret to shuffle it, and it's a lot easier from the G because you're down a fret. You don't have anything going on here at the 1st fret to get your pinky where it goes, which is the 3rd string, 4th fret. So yeah, so don't be intimidated by all the other fluffy stuff after the chord name. Just the majors, minors, and hopefully the sevenths. That's all you really need. So we don't really need to go over the C family. C, F, G7, A minor, 2000, F 2010. G7th index finger stays here, 0212, and C 0003. So everybody's happy with those chords. I'm going to make that assumption. Okay. F chord family, we did the 2nd week. So F, we just said, 2, 2nd fret open, 1st fret open. C7th is 0001. And the minor chord is D minor, which is F, and then it's also the shuffle for F. So 2010, 2210. There's D minor. And then the first closed chord we learned was B flat, 3211. Make it a bar. You can make it this way, just the 1st and 2nd strings at the 1st fret. Either way. And yeah, and then C, so that's the 4 chords. F, C7, D minor, B flat. 3211. Okay, and then the G chords. G major is the inverted triangle. It's a refinger pretty much, unless you want to not use your index finger at all, which I shuffle it this way. I refinger it, so my pinky's out. It's free to do the shuffle if I want to do that. So it's open, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. So G major. E minor is the minor chord, which you can get to. So if you're just going back and forth between G and E minor, leave all this here, even though you're making your index finger of no effect because you're fretting the 3rd string further down. Or if you're coming from another chord to E minor, it's a diagonal across the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th frets. You can leave the fourth string open. Again, I got my low G uke, so it's an octave lower, but that's still a G note instead of that G. Or this way, both good for E minor. Or the bar form is good, but it's still 4, 4, 3, 2, or 0, 4, 3, 2. So the seventh chord in the key of G is two ways to make. D7, which is second open, or it's 2, 2, 2, 3, which is bar 2, 2, 2, 2, and then middle finger at the third fret of the first string. And then the other chord in the G family is our favorite, Mr. C. So G, E minor, C. So here's a D7th choice. If I'm coming from C and I'm going to D7th, I've already got this anchor in place because I have this. This is a common note to both chords. So D7 this way, or if I'm going G, C, E minor, D7, this is the other D7, again, 2 open, 2 open. So those are the G family chords, G, C, D7, D7, E minor, E minor, E minor, 3 ways. Okay, good with those?
One more time, the D7 with the bar, Johnny.
All the way across at the second, and middle finger on the third string, first fret. 2, 2, 2, 3.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. And so we've got C chords, F, G. Fourth week is D, key of D. So D major is a pile up on the freeway, second, 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 open. I do it this way. You can do it this way with, 3 fingers in order, index, middle, ring, or middle, index, ring. Or another way, which I don't actually do, is it's kind of a chicken wing thing. Thumb over the top. But that's pretty awkward, but it's possible. It feels funky. This feels more natural, so that's what I would recommend. Either way. So D major, and okay, so let's see, where do we do that? The minor chord is B minor, which is, here's A minor from the key of C, and here's B minor, which is the minor chord in the key of D. Bar at the second, but with enough hanging over the end. You don't want to be here, because then it makes it hard to get a finger all the way down here. If you're here, instead of, this is really crampy. Maybe you could use your pinky, but so this is B minor. I would do my ring finger at the fourth fret of the fourth string first, and then just comfortably flop that index finger down. Workaround for this chord is don't play the fourth string, because you're not fretting it. Bottom 3 strings, third, second, first. D, B minor, da 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 What's that? Hallelujah. So here's D, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, open. B minor, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Don't touch the 4th string, all at the 2nd fret. But I'd recommend learning the fourth, the full chord. 4, 2, 2, 2. So what else we have in D? We have the ever popular A7th, 1st fret of the 3rd string. Da, 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 da. Almost as easy as C7, another one finger chord. Okay, A7. So D, B minor, G, A7, O, B minor, Donna, G, O, A7, Donna. Okay, there's your 4 D family chords. Questions, comments? It's okay? Let's see. So, and then last week we did the key of A, which is the key Kansas City's written in. We all love to go to Kansas City and buy a bottle of wine there. So A is 2-1-0-0. It's both A minor, which is here, and A7, which is here. Put them all together and you have A major, 2-1-0-0. Unfortunately, the minor is just adding ring finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string. Da 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 da. La 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 la. And the 4 chord is D, so which is just a slide down from if you happen to be on that F sharp minor. So D 2-2-2-0. And the 7th chord is E7th, which, okay, so here's A. E7th is just crossing these 2 fingers instead of 2-1, 1-2, and then ring finger at the 2nd fret of the 1st string. That's E7th. 1st, 2nd, open 2nd. Da 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 da. La 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 la. And that's A. So again, major chords: C, D, F, G, A. Minor chords: A minor, D minor, E minor, B minor, F sharp minor. 7th chords: G7th, C7th, D7th, D7th, E7th, A7th. And I guess that's about it. So yeah, 16 chords in 16 years. You have 16 years to learn 16 chords, or your money back. Okay. Fair enough. Questions on any of those, or it's just a matter of doing it? Yeah. That's, you gotta fall off your bike a few times before you can go down the overpass at 40 miles an hour. with oncoming traffic because you're in the wrong side of the road. So, okay, so that's the chords. Those are your all-time favorite 16 chords. And like I say, if you get to where those are comfortable, you can be a virtuoso. So I like to go back and play a song or two in all these different keys. Hopefully you can find one that have all 4 chords. So I'm in the first section of the book, the key of C. And okay, Stand By Me, number 13. And it just happens to have that doo-wop progression all the way through. The root chord is C. The minor chord is A minor. And that goes right directly to the 4 chord, which is F. So we have our middle finger in place, F. And the 5/7 chord, we got our index finger in place for G7. G, A minor, F, G7, leave your index, make a triangle, C. So nice and slow. 1, 2, 3. When the night has come and the A minor middle finger 2nd fret 4th string land is dark. F, 1's in place. Gonna add the ring finger, not the ring finger, index, 1st fret 2nd string, and the moon. G7th, index is in place. Gonna move our middle finger down 1 string to the 3rd string, and then finish the triangle on the 4th string. Only light will see. No, I won't be afraid, A minor. No, now I won't be afraid. Going to F, just as long as G7th you stand. C, stand by me. So, darling, darling, C, stand by me. Going to A minor, oh, stand by me. F, oh, stand G7th by me. Stand by me. Okay, that's 1 verse and chorus. Here's verse 2. Oh, if the sky that we look upon, da, da, A minor, should tumble and fall, F, or the mountain should crumble, G7, to see the sea. I won't cry. I won't cry. No, I won't be afraid. Just as F long as you stand by me. Oh, darling, darling, stand da 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 by me. A minor, stand by me. F, stand. Stand by G7 me. Stand by me. And darling, darling, stand A minor by A minor. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand. Stand by me. Stand by me. Okay, verse 2 again, full speed. If the sky that we look upon, A minor, should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand, see by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, A minor, stand by me. Oh, F, stand. Stand G7th by me. Stand by me. Repeat the bridge and we'll go out. Oh, stand down. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Cha, cha, cha. Okay. That work okay? That last half the song was full speed. All right, so let's move on to F. F with a D. Well, that may be tough. Well, Okay, let's go to locomotion. That's got the 4 F chords and it's got a G7th that we just did, which is borrowed from the key of C. That's okay. There's just a couple of G7s in there. So, like I had said, so we're going from F to D minor, which is a nice transition, because here's F, 2 0 1 0, D minor 2 2 1 0, just throwing the ring finger in. D minor, F, D minor. So the first half of every verse is that F to D minor thing. So, that's like cruise control. So, got it pulled up? Look, the locomotion. It's number 21. We're all probably too young to remember the 60s when this song came out. So. Okay, ready? Seatbelts on. 1, 2, 3, F. Everybody's doing D minor, a brand new dance now. F. Come on, baby, D minor, do the locomotion. You know you'll get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. There's our B flat. Oh, my little baby sister, G7th, can do it with ease. Back to B flat. So we do have an anchor. That's kind of a different transition. So the common note is middle finger at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So here's the B minor part of it. and this guy stays here, and we swing into the G7th. So that's nice. So back to the first B flat, my little baby sister. My little baby sister G7 can do it with ease. Back to B flat, leave the middle finger there. It's easier than learning your ABCs. Last line F. So come on, C7th right in the corner. Do the locomotion F with me. Chorus. You've got to swing your hips now, B flat. Come on, baby, jump back to F. Jump up, jump up, jump back, jump back. Well, now 3B-C7. Think you've got the knack. Verse 2 F. Now that you can do it, add a finger, let's make a train now. F. Come on, baby, D minor, the locomotion F. Chug a motion, D minor, railroad train now F. Come on, baby, D minor, do the locomotion B flat. Ooh, do it nice and easy. Middle finger stays and don't lose control. Back to B flat. A little bit of rhythm G7, lot of soul F. So come on, C7, do locomotion F with me. Verse 3 a little faster, move around the floor, no locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it holding hands till you get the notion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. There's never been a dance that's so easy to do. It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue. So come on, and do the locomotion with me. Yes, come on, and do the locomotion with me. And rocking back and forth. Come on, baby, D minor, do the locomotion back to F. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Wow.
Johnny, I never did find that song. What what lesson it was? My song.
It was in key of F. It's number 21. It's in lesson 102.
102. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do one song in each of the keys. So that was that's number 21 on your hit parade. Did you find it? Got it? Okay. We can do the you're muted, Doug. I can't tell what you're saying.
I was following the alphabetical, except the lesson isn't alphabetical, so therefore I missed it.
Yeah, it's numerical. Okay, so you got it now? Okay, so let's just do the verse 3. So move around the floor in a locomotion. So in the key of F, number 21, locomotion, verse 3, and the outro. 2, 3, 4. Move around the floor, D minor, locomotion F. Come on, baby, D minor, do the locomotion. Do it holding hands till you get the notion. Come on, baby, do. Here comes B flat. There's never been a dance. That's so we're gonna leave our middle finger where it is. Make a G7. Easy to do. B flat. Even makes you happy. G7. Feeling blue. F. Come on, and do the locomotion with me. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yes, come on, do the locomotion with me. We're going back and forth. F, D minor, outro. Come on, baby, D minor, do the locomotion. F. Come on, baby, do. Okay, there you go. Okay, so key of G. Find something appropriate to get a little work with those chords. Let's twist again. Number 29 in lesson 103. Same do-what progression. Da 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 da. Okay, so that first everybody got it? Let's twist again. Okay. Now, all right, so that first line is G, E minor. The third line is G, E minor, and it's like that on all three verses. So G to E minor, the easiest way is to use, this is called your pinky. Let's G twist again, like we did, leave it there. Pinky down here at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Twist again, like we had your pinky last summer. There's an E minor. It's shuffling really. Just let's twist again like we did last summer. That's one way. I think that's the easiest way, just because the way the chords run like that, G to E minor. You can refinger it this way, like I said, the diagonal thing. Open 4, 3, 2. Or movable chord 4, 4, 3, 2. Your choice. I'll probably do some of, there's 6 different lines that do that. I'll probably do a mix of them. But we'll start nice and slow, and then C. Again, like we did, and since I already have my ring finger where I can make this D7. C, D7. Your option, this you can like you can go to this one too. 2 open, 2 open. So here's the C. Like we did last 2 0 2 0 year. Either way. Try them both, see which one you like better. It's all the context of the previous chord helps for me to determine I'd rather do this than this. But I can do both. I can mix it up. They're both doable. And then in the refrain, it's just GC and GD7. So You don't have to stand up and twist. You can sit there and look at your music and just play. I don't want anybody getting hurt. I hate to be responsible for that. So here we G, let's twist again. Like we did E minor, your choice last summer. Going to C, let's twist again. D7, you can borrow it or you can go 20-20. Like we did last year. Do you G remember when things were really E minor humming? C, let's twist again. D7. Twist in time, G is here. Could go to G7th there if you wanted. 2, 3, C refrain. Round and up and down we G. Go again, going to C second line. Oh, baby, let me know you love me, G. So, and then let's verse 2, which is the exact same. All the verses are the same. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Ooh, see, twist again, like we did last year. Do you remember when we're really humming? Let's see, twist again. Twist in time, G here. G7 if you wish. Refrain C. Round and up and down we go. Again, C. Baby, let me know you love me, G. So D7th and then let's twist again. Twist again like we did last summer. See, let's twist again like we did last millennium century, 50 years ago. Do you remember when things were really E minor humming? Let's see, twist again, D7. Twist in time is G here. We're gonna tag it. Let's twist again. Twist in time is here. Ah. Okay. Doo-wop songs are good because they have all 4 chords in any given key. All right, how'd you do on that one? Okay, yeah. All right, so little deuce scoot. No B minor. So let's see.
Hey, Johnny, I love dumb questions, and I have one.
Okay.
The last song we did on Let's Twist Again.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do the E minor with a bar? Because that just seems so much more complex than doing the simpler version. So
It is
what's the
more.
advantage of doing the more complex version?
For one, it's a movable chord.
Okay, that's, I was guessing it might be, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's because you're fretting all four strings.
I understand. Okay.
This thing would only work in G, but we played a lot of G songs.
Okay, I understand
Yeah,
with it being a
yeah.
movable chord, why there could be some advantages.
It's just like there's two D7s, and there's different ways to make it. It depends on the context of where you already are and where you're going.
Okay.
So that it's if I'm going G to E minor, because that's the shuffle. If you remember, da 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 da. So yeah, good question. That's not a dumb question at all. Okay, so moving on to the key of D, and number 37 is Will the Circle Be Unbroken? So let's see, so 1B, well, the verse and the chorus is all the same melody. So it's just the 1B minor on the third line. So here's D. Again, the workaround. So we're going, all the 1B minor comes after a D chord. So here's our D, right? Second, 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 open. And we can strum the first string because it's part of the D chord. It's a note. And if we want to do B minor, like I said, we can just move every finger down one string, leave the G string open, but don't strum it. There's our B minor. Again, okay, so this is again the closed chord, 4-2-2-2, and I'm offering 2-2-2-0 D to X. Don't play it. 2-2-2, or either way. Okay, I'm not playing this fourth string because it's a G note and it doesn't belong in a B minor chord. So which one should you do? You should experiment. And again, this one's more proper. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you another thing. B minor 7th is the bar all the way across. So D, and you could play that there. It would be okay. I was standing on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling. Make sure you get a nice ring on that bottom string because that's what sets it apart from the D chord. When I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. So there's a couple workarounds for B minor, but I'm still gonna suggest this 4-2-2-2 is optimal. So experiment around and see what you like. So here we go, key of D. I was D standing by my window on one G cold and cloudy D day. When I saw that hearse come rolling or to D carry A7, my mother D away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better B minor seventh all the way across, home waiting. In D the sky, Lord, A7 in the sky. So I told that undertaker, under G taker, please drive thee slow. For the body you are hauling, Lord, I D, one finger A7, C, ergo. Go right to verse 3. So I followed close behind her, tried to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow. I couldn't when they delayed her A7 in the grave. Verse 4. I went home, my home was lonesome, missed my G mother, she was gone. All my brothers, sisters crying, what a home so sad and alone. Chorus up on the top there. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? Where's a better home awaiting? In the D the sky, Lord, A7 in the sky. Verse 5 in the chorus. We sang the songs of childhood, hymns of faith that made us strong, and the ones that Mother teached us. Hear the angels A7 sing along. One more chorus. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home, tag. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. And there's that long D chord to close with a D note on the top. Always 3 frets down. Okay. How do you like that one? I mean, it's not the cheeriest song, but you know, they can't all be Beach Boys songs.
How about just a real quick review, because I kind of got it, but
Okay.
the
Yep.
two most common ways of the B minor, that's the one that hangs me up. Is there a third, fourth, and fifth way?
Yeah, up the neck, but that would be confuse things more. Optimal is 4-2-2-2.
I
Four
just,
string and then bar. Permissible is B minor 7th,
yeah.
just bar at 2. Then the other possibility is leave the 4th string alone.
Right.
X 2-2-2. It's those bottom 3, 3rd, 2nd, 4th strings. And again, I'm
If I'm doing a
supporting
boom
underneath.
with the 3 strings, it doesn't sound right though.
The top string's important because that's what the ear hears. So option 1, option 2, option 3.
Yeah.
But okay, so
I can do the bar on the second, no problem. It's trying to do it the quote unquote right way. That's
it's
tough.
good, better, best, like Craftsman tools, you know. Best, better, good. They're all okay. When you're learning a song, because if you're playing with other people, you're going to be playing it in time. You're going to do the one that's easiest, and that's okay. Yeah, that's good. All right, so key of A, that'd be lesson 105. I don't have a good answer for that. Okay, so we're going to have to improvise a little here. Okay, Harper Valley PTA doesn't have F sharp minor, but F sharp minor is easy to get to from A. So this is number 44, key of A, lesson 105. So to make up for that, we're going to shuffle the, okay, so remember the shuffles a little bit, is just adding one note to the chord. So here's A, 2, 1, 0, 0. F sharp minor is 2, 1, 2, 0. So that's your A to F minor practice. Da, 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 da. It's the triangle thing, except, okay, so this triangle on 1, 2, 3 is G7. Triangle on 4, 3, 2. And this is an open string, so it's legit. First string is that's F sharp minor. So A. Oh, I wanna tell you all a story about because it's such a long run of one chord all the way through the line, and then there's all that blank space at the end. I wanna tell you all a story about a Harper Valley widowed wife, da 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 da, who had a. See, there's no words at the end of the line before we get to the second line. So that shuffle thing would be a good way to practice A to F sharp minor, which would be the minor that you would see most often in the key of A. So let's do that. I wanna tell you all. So you're good with the shuffle? A is 2, 1, 0, 0. Shuffle is 2, 1, 2, 0. Da 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 da. And you can actually do the same thing on the D, which is the second line. So here's our D chord, 2, 2, 2. You know, my fingers are all crammed together, 2, 2, 2, 0. So, and then I'm making that 2, 2, 2, 2, that B minor 7th thing. But I'm leaving these in place. I'm finding I'd rather do pinky on and off, then D. You could do that, but I think this is easier. And if you don't do that shuffle, that's okay too, because it's it's written as being the D chord. It just gets monotonous, I think. Or do a different rhythm. But getting the chord fingering right, that's really what we're focused on. So those are just kind of extra bonus tricks. So here we go to Harper Valley, where Mrs. Johnson's wearing miniskirts. Oh no. You can tell this song, so it's 60 years old, 55, whatever. 1, 2, A, I wanna tell you all a story about Harper Valley widowed wife who had a teenage daughter who attended Harper Valley Junior High. Well, her daughter came home in the afternoon, didn't even stop to da 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 da. Fourth line. She said, Mom, I got a note here, E7. So E7 is 1202, like that. 1202. From the Harper Valley PTA. Verse 2. Well, the note said, Mrs. Johnson, you're wearing your dresses way too high. And it's reported you've been drinking and running round with men and going wild. And we don't believe you ought to be bringing up your little girl this way. And D, it was signed by the secretary, E7 1202. Harper Valley PTA. Well, it happened that the PTA was gonna meet that very afternoon. And they were sure surprised when Mrs. Johnson wore miniskirt into the room. And as she walked up to the blackboard, still recall the words she had to say. She said, I'd like to address this meeting, E7, 1, 2, open 2, Harper Valley PTAA. Verse 4, well, there's Bobby Taylor sitting there, and 7 times she's asked me for a date. Everybody knows he's a womanizer. And Mrs. Taylor seems to use a lot of ice whenever he's away. And I don't mean that's in the drinks she's fixing them either. And Mr. Baker, can you tell us why your secretary to leave this town? And shouldn't Widow Jones be told to keep her window shade pulled completely down? Well, Mr. Harper couldn't be here 'cause he stayed too long. Kelly's bar again. And if you smell Shirley Thompson's breath, find she's had a little nip of gin. And then you have the nerve to tell me you think that as a mother I'm not fit. Well, this is D, just a little Peyton Place E7, and you're all Harper Valley hypocrites. And the outro on the bottom, no, I wouldn't put you on because it really did happen just this way. The day my mama shocked it to the Harper Valley PTA. The day my mama socked it to the Harper Valley PTA. Ow! All right. 5 songs in 5 keys. So that's your favorite chords from all time. So the one other thing I would like to do is go through this again. Okay. So we're going to choose a song that's not in the key of C. We're going to put it into the key of C. Just for one more go round and knowing how to do this. So what would be fun here? Let's go with lesson 103, song 30, My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. All right, so we only need the top half of this. So Bonnie is in the key of G, which is at 1 o'clock. And we're pretty familiar, we're okay with G. We can play those chords. But, this is just an exercise in using this thing, because sometimes you're going to find a song that's down on the bottom here in the garbage area, and you're going to want to change keys on it. So we're going to change G to C, which means we're going from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock. All right, so every time you see a G, you're going to play C. Okay, and then the second half of that line, my Bonnie lies C over. So we have a C chord, and we're going to move it 1 to F. So those C's are going to be F's. Bonnie lies over the, and we have another G, ocean. So we're going to go from 1 o'clock to midnight. That'll be C. So it's my sea Bonnie lies F over the sea ocean. Second line, my sea Bonnie, G to C, lies. Okay, now we have an A7. We got to run down to here, which is 3 o'clock. And we're just going to go one counterclockwise, and we're going to carry the 7. So A7 becomes D7 over the, and the next chord is D7. So again, same thing. We drag the 7, and that becomes G7. So what you would probably do is, if you had a pencil in the chords, or some other way, but I'll call them out. And third line, another G. My G becomes C. Bonnie lies. C becomes F. Over the, G becomes C. Ocean. A7. 3 o'clock goes to backward to 2 o'clock. Oh, D7, bring back my D7, 1 clockwise. Bring back my G7, Bonnie. G becomes C to me. So on the refrain there, G, bring, G becomes C back. C becomes F, bring back. D7 becomes G7, oh, bring back my Bonnie. 2, G becomes C, me. G again, third line of the chorus. comes C, G to C, bring back, C to F, bring back, D to G, oh G7, bring back my Bonnie, G to C to me. That's the gist of it. Doable, logical, fuzzy. Well, the one thing just to lock into your head is whatever you do to get that first chord over to C, you do the exact same number of moves in the same direction to every chord. If there was an A minor in there, okay, so if it was in G, it'd probably be an E minor. That's the relative minor for each key, whatever's inside. And it's do, do, do. So the song's in the key of G. You see an E minor, it just goes inside to A minor. Okay, that's how it works.
Two quick questions, Johnny.
Yeah.
I understand what we're addressing today, but the theory behind that holds true for almost any string instrument. Is that correct?
Any instrument, yes, it's
Okay, any
universal.
instrument doesn't have to be a string instrument.
Any musical instrument,
Right,
if
that's
it's
what I meant,
like
yeah.
a screwdriver, it wouldn't work.
Okay,
A comb would
and
work. You get a tissue paper. Yeah, you could play the kazoo.
what was the other one I was going to say? And when you go to something like uke tabs or something like that, looking up a song, sometimes they have a button that says simplify. Aren't they at that point doing this work for you, or is that something totally different?
I'm not familiar with that, but it could just be simpler chords where they leave out wild stuff and they try to just use these, the 12 chords. Well, maybe just forget what keys do we do? We do C, F, C, F, G, D, A. So we're using this much of the pie. And all this stuff is, that's like brass instruments and stuff. They'll play these keys with
Okay,
all the flats. So we're pretty much using just those 5 keys.
okay.
But yeah, it holds true for any instrument, any song. Just do the same thing to every chord and write it in. And then, after you do it a million times, it just comes. It's like, all the fingerings and whatnot. So let's take Bonnie here.
And where was Bonnie again?
Number 30, it's lesson 103. So we'll go slow motion, so it's an exercise, so you can have time to process on what I'm speaking. So we're going from G to C. So 1, 2, C, my Bonnie lies F. Over see the ocean. Still C because it's G. My C Bonnie. D7. So I got C already, so I'm just going to plop. I'm going to make this D7. Over the D7 is G7. C. Third line. C. My Bonnie lies F. Over see the ocean. That A7 will be D7. Oh, bring back G7, my Bonnie, to see me. Refrain C. Bring back C is F. Bring back D7 is G7. Oh, bring back my Bonnie. G is C. To me, C. Bring back F. Bring back G7. Bring back my Bonnie, G is C. To me. A little little faster. C. Last night as I F lay on my C pillow. Last C. Night as D7th, I lay on G7th, my bed. Last C. Night as F, I lay on C, my pillow. D7th, I dreamt that G7th, my Bonnie G was dead. One more refrain. C, bring back F. Oh, bring back G7th, bring back my Bonnie C to me, C, bring back F, bring back G7th, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. So, it's easy when I'm calling them out, but you have to do that. And if you know ahead that it's coming, if you're at a jam and somebody wants to transfer, that's going to be tough till you've done it a few times. But pencil it in, or make a copy and white out and put the chords in. And it's mostly for vocal ranges, I think, because when I'm choosing a key for a song, I just start singing it. I don't touch my uke. I don't presume what key it's going to be in. I start singing it and I find what key's comfortable for my voice, and then I figure out what key I just sang it in. And if it's D flat, which is also C sharp, I'm going to move it to C or D because that's a small move. It's half a step. And or else the other option, which is another world, is to get a capo, which I don't have with me right now. But a capo is just a little device that it permanently, for the duration of what you have there, bars like at the first fret. So if there is a song in C sharp, I can put my capo at the first fret, and then I can play this would be my C chord here, and this would be my G7, instead of everything's just moved down. Actually, be here. But it's a nice tool to have. I don't use it too much, but if I get stuck playing a song in a tough key, I'll capo and then either write the chords out, or after a while you just do it in your head. You have a feel for bring back C, F, O, G7, Bonnie to see me. You just can hear it because it's a familiar song. That takes time. So yeah, we'll be back in 2029 for that lesson. So that's what I have. So any questions, comments, ideas? If you got, if there's something that you're noticing where I could explain things better, or something that you really wanted to learn that we didn't cover, let me know. I need feedback too. So
The circle of fifths, is you cover that and kind of reinforce it too, Johnny. I now, for the most part, I think get it. Where I did it before, to me, it was a foreign language. But you did enough repetition, and with your examples, it's clicking. I can't do it in my head. You give me a piece of paper, I can do it.
you
I
would do
can't.
it on a piece of paper first. Yeah, that's great.
But I'm clicking of the how come and whys, and if nothing else, that once you convert that G to a C throughout the song, that G is always a C. So there's no conversion to do again.
Right.
Some of the funky ones with an E minor flat 7 or something, I'm not sure how I'm going to convert those, but staying with the basics, I got the theory done.
Well, okay, so again, like that goes back to what I said about the only thing you have to follow is if it's a minor. If it's a
Right.
G flat, just make it, if it's a G flat minor or 7, or just make it a G minor, or a G flat minor. And, the only thing you need is these 12 in the middle and 12 on the outside.
Right.
That's,
Right.
that's 24. And I'd say the bottom ones are mostly garbage anyway. So, But yeah, the circle of fifths is an aha moment thing. It makes sense because, like you said, I try to go through it enough times that it's going to implant, and you understand the concept, and then it's just a matter of doing it a few times, and it's not easy, but it's something you can use.
I think I told you once before, the very first class I ever took before any strumming, any notes, any chords was a circle of fifths class, and I swore I was in a foreign language.
Yeah, you could learn Chinese, but it'd take you 17 years or whatever. But yeah, so maybe it took 17 explanations. I don't know, but yeah, it's just a really nice tool to have. And if you're going to a jam or something, take it with you, and it's just the more you use it, the more natural it is to do. Okay, so God bless you all. Thanks for coming and staying and being faithful. And like I say, Monday nights starting next Monday is a jam. So when we use the sugar song folder, I think I've sent the link out for that. And tablet's the best way. I got a 3-ring binder. It's bulky and cumbersome. Although about a month ago I forgot my tablet and I had it in my trunk, so we were going to Kreshak's and I pulled it out of my trunk. And but it's good to have that song folder. That's what we use at the jams. And then Thursday night, not this week, but I'm passing on this week. I got a friend that's turning 84, and he's invited my wife and I out to dinner with him, and he's paying. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So next Monday we'll be doing a jam, and a week from Thursday we're doing the advanced class. And mostly what we've been working on is the bum ditty, which I think you've seen before, and it's just it beats this. If you're ready for that, come on in. We use the sugar songs for that too, and I just go around and let people choose a song, and no threats. So, all right.
Johnny, do you have all the Peanut songs pulled together in one book? Because I kind of got 6 books, so I can
Uh,
get into it. But are they all in like one happy
yeah,
place?
I yeah, there. I've got links to all 6 lessons, which have the songs in them.
Right, right. But when I downloaded it, I have, if you will, 6 folders, for lack of a better way of saying. Is there a place I can pull them all together as a songbook somewhere?
Yeah, I think so. I'll check. I
Okay.
think I just got them in all the songs without all the the lesson plans, just the songs. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I got it as PDFs. So my present project is I've got a bunch of doc songs that I want to turn into JPEGs so I can project them. But you have to go from doc to PDF. That's one step, and then PDF to JPEG. And so it's very tedious, and I do about half an hour at a time, and then I say only 9,000 more to do. So I'm working on that. So there's always more mountains to climb. All right, so that's what I got. Thanks again, and appreciate your faithfulness of sticking things out. And it's nice doing these smaller classes. And so yeah,
Thank you, Jenny.
you're
As
welcome.
someone who's been through this class a few times, it's just you've smooth. Maybe it's my head, but I think you've smoothed it out, so it's easier for me to follow chunks, which really helps, and for me to go back and review. Okay, this piece tricky for me. Here's some songs I really can work on it. Thank you. I can see a lot of refinement in what you've done to make your curriculum work better, and it is working better for me.
Yeah, I simplified it and just hit the basics. And if you have the basics, then you can you have your chords down. Then you can go wherever you want with it. But I appreciate that. Thanks, Sarah. I really enjoy doing this teaching thing. So, but I'm going to some uke festivals this summer. As long as I'm feeling okay, and yeah, just kind of recoup a little bit.
You've got a great mix of songs too, Johnny, to teach your lesson, to be able to take the theory a little bit and to actually apply it to songs that we'd at least recognize. It may not be our favorite songs, but they're familiar enough, you know, the basic tune and can apply it. Because an awful lot of time I'll see a bunch of songs, but it just doesn't seem to flow with what you're trying to do. You've got it broken down very nicely.
Thank you. You know, I tend to attract people my age, baby boomers, and it's always going to be that way because our kids listen to, you know, crappy music, and our parents listen to this old fogey stuff. But people tend to like the songs they grew up with, you know, teenage and young adult. So I think that's why it works. So that's my niche. Okay, I'm going to turn the recording off, and we'll see you down the road here or there or
Alright.
somewhere else.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Happy
Okay, you're
trails.
welcome.
Johnny.
All right. Recording, where's recording up here?